this is a very sensitive and a very important matter, and I'm glad to join in this discussion. And it's not a matter of contest. There's no doubt that there is killings going on in Nigeria. There is there's so much blood that's being spilled in Nigeria, and come to think of that, the perpetrators go about doing these things, committing these heinous crimes, irrespective of religious nature of the victims, I would say, but predominantly Christians were killed. And to the extent that people that perpetrate these crimes even make videos of those things and share online or share on social media. And they go, in fact, they pride themselves in the killings. They pride themselves in the killings. They make videos. They boast of the killings. In fact, sometimes they will give warning that they will go to certain villages and those villages should expect them, and they would execute it without any consequences following thereafter. I would say that the word genocide may be, a kind of exaggerating that kind of killing, but in a way, there's genocide going on in Nigeria.
I'm going to ask Obinna, do you also share this line of thoughts, given the fact that in spite of this fight, we still see some of these bandits and what have you, even go on social media to post their bounty. I mean, that's to tell you how emboldened these individuals are. And then Nigerians are asking the question, why are these people difficult to track? Some of them with even social media accounts, posting it on platforms like TikTok. Yet, an average Nigerian might just tweet something in the corner of his bedroom, and then the DSS comes the following day. So what's missing here?
We are in the age of civilization, and lives of human beings has evolved. We're no more dwelling in the age where might is right, where you can come up and kill people and maim them, and then you think you're powerful by so doing. So, but in Nigeria, we're still living in that age where people think that they can do anything, and they do, and get away with it. By human nature, naturally, human beings like to do whatever they want. By nature, you like to do whatever, but what controls human being is the consequence that comes after what you have done. If you don't have any fear of consequences, you can go bizarre, you can do unimaginable things. So
Obinna, are you saying that in the case of Nigeria, there are no consequences for action? Hence, there are no
consequences for action. Yeah, there's gross impunity.
But there's the Constitution, there's the judiciary. We have structures on ground.
Yeah, we have rhetorical structures that are based on paper. So you see what's going on in Nigeria. I'm not talking as a politician. I'm talking as an observer. Someone who is seeing what's going on, just like the U.S. You look at Trump. When people from USA or all other Western countries, developed countries, are giving their take or their views on what is going on in Nigeria, some people will start to use sentiment and emotions to blackmail such evidential data. When these people are people that work with data, they work with intelligence. So there's nothing they are saying that they are not 100% sure, because they gather intelligence, just like one fellow said now. Their embassies are here. They're just not here for economic reasons. They're here to gather intelligence because they want to know what is going on. And if you go to their websites, There are free information. If you go to any all this UK website to say or US website, and you Google things, you will have intelligent information of how they see Nigeria. They have documented evidence of whatever insecurity activities that's going on in Nigeria. So it's not something we go about using emotion to say, oh, there's no killings, there's no genocide. It's something that we should engage the U.S.
Just before I leave you, because I know that we're also trying to, manage time and get as much information as we can. As much as, according to you, you said that, these countries work with intelligence, they have data. But also, some Nigerians will also tell you that many a times, there's also the issue of interest. Personal interest in this case. Do you think this is also playing out between the U.S. and Nigeria?
Yes, of course. U.S. has a personal interest. They can't involve themselves if they don't have personal interest. First of all, they have humanitarian interest. They have humanitarian interest because U.S. stand for for human rights protection. So
maybe I should hit the nail.
The first interest they have is humanitarian interest. Secondly, they have economic interest.
Okay, so maybe that's where we are headed now. Yeah. So do you think that is the case, economic interest?
I'm not saying the case is a dual interest. They have, first of all, humanitarian interest, and they also have economic interest.
All right, let me leave you.
When there's no stability in humans,
okay,
then there's no economic gain to have.
Okay, so let me leave you for a moment.
Understand one of Donald Trump's campaign promises, which he's keeping. He said that he will stand up for any country that does not practice religious freedom, especially in the context of Christianity, which he stands for. Right. And understand the background of his campaign and the support group. Support base are mainly people of Christian denominations.
All right. So thank you so much, Obinna.
So unlike the leaders in Africa, Donald Trump stands to defend his campaign promises. But in our part of the world, in Africa, we just promise what we know we can't keep. And then we use propaganda to cover up all these things. This is not the time for propaganda. This is not the time to try to sentiment or use a kind of propaganda or sentiment to control, damage control. It's the time for the government to sit up and start acting. The primary objective, the primary duty of a leader, a political leader, is to protect his own people. Yeah, my suggestion is simple. Nigerian government, the presidency under President Bola Ahmed Tinubu should not continue in the usual, dynamics of, trying to use sentiment and propaganda, misinformation and misguided approach to solve this issue, because this involves the international community. It's not just USA that's seeing what's going on in Nigeria. They should collaborate with the government of the United States. And of course, we're not stranger to USA, and USA are not strangers to Nigeria. We have been working with USA. We have been great ally with the USA. The US has, committed a lot of funds to Nigeria to see that insecurity is quelled. So when we try to, blackmail Trump because of this obvious incidents that's going on, then we are trying to kind of tell lies to ourselves. So what we do is let us collaborate in intelligence sharing with USA. They will give us information. They can even, there's nothing wrong in involving US military capacity, if we are sincere enough to stop this idiosyncrasy, this stupidity of killings that's going on, carnages everywhere. I tell you, every day Nigerian lives, at least 500 are lost. If you gather the information, I'm a journalist as well. So if you gather the information, there's no simple day in Nigeria that, okay, let me not exaggerate, that at least 100 people are not killed, either by accident or intentionally killed. So let us not stop joking. I believe
you have verified. Sorry, just to get this within specific context. I believe you have verified data to back that up.
Yes, I do.
All right. Thank you so much. Obinna Ejianya is the CEO of 9 Communications Limited.